I will begin by defining basic education, which is the foundation for all future learning. Some persons include early childhood education, but I'll just confine my discussion to primary education in Jamaica. And the goal of primary education is, I would say, threefold. It is to provide young people, young children with basic cognitive skills and literacy and numeracy and knowledge about the environment. Secondly, it is to provide some social skills and some social competence for young people. Let's say they are going up to age 11. And thirdly, I think most importantly, it is supposed to provide some self-awareness and cultural identity. I think that we have made great strides in the first, cognitive skills and knowledge about the environment, basic education with respect to literacy and numeracy. We have made strides in that, although there's still a lot to be achieved. I'm not sure that we have spent too much time thinking about what needs to be done to develop social competence in our young people, and certainly to develop a sense of identity and cultural identity. We have had some very good reform projects, like the Primary Education Improvement Project, which re-examined the curriculum of the primary school, and that was instituted in the 90s. We made a great deal of stride in that. Part of the PEEP, Primary Education Improvement Program, was the introduction of systematic testing of students at different phases of the primary education system. So we now have students who have to take tests at regular periods, and these indicators help us to see how much progress we have been making with respect to the achievement of students. We have also, since 1962, increased the number of trained teachers in our system, and now we have almost all our teachers trained, professionally trained. Now, this doesn't mean that they are always deployed in their area of training and specialization, and I think that is a weakness. But at least since 1962, we have increased the number of trained teachers that go into our schools, and that, I think, has increased potential quality of education, because when we have trained teachers, then we have the basis for development at the school level. Now, we have had some discussion about the quality of our education, and many people look at the achievement results here. How well are students doing? The tests that I have just mentioned indicate that roughly half of our students are not achieving well in numeracy, in mathematics. So the teaching of mathematics needs to be addressed, and there has been a lot of discussion about that recently. The present Minister of Education has indicated that this is an area of concern. Literacy, the ability of children to read and write, I think there also we have about 65 to 70% of our students doing well in literacy, and that should be improved. We have had improvements in our teacher training, teacher-student ratio, in the books and materials available in our schools, and so that has led to improvement in quality generally. When we have fewer students in a class, when we have a trained teacher, and when we have an environment where students learn better, then we can be proud of that. As we talk about the context of schooling and the setting in which education takes place, I think I have to mention the present transformation program that is now underway. And this transformation program is yet to yield significant results. But it is putting in place certain structures that will help teachers to work together, to be more accountable for student learning, and to provide for continuing professional development at the school level. We have also the Jamaica Teaching Council and the National Education Inspectorate, which will help to focus on improvement of teaching and learning in classrooms. I should also mention the many projects that have been implemented over the years, and USAID has been really very good in this regard. They began with the New Horizon projects many years ago, which led to the Expanding Educational Horizons projects, and now the Jamaica Basic Education Project. All these projects have served to improve teaching and learning in primary schools, in select primary schools. But it's not, the effect of these projects has not only been on those select schools, they have been influencing the teaching and learning in other schools nearby, because when we have workshops, teachers in adjoining schools have to come to those workshops. So the spread and the influence of what the USAID has done in the projects is really quite fantastic.